Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. So we're going to be doing another video today. It's called the 7 mystery riddles only the smartest 5% can solve. So we're gonna try to guess these riddles, and so that's the video that we have for y'all today. And we're gonna have a few more. So yeah, just keep watching, okay? And don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. My name is Carla.
James.
And Jasmine back here. And our channel is called A Day with the Millers. And don't forget to, again, subscribe, like, and comment, and follow us on Instagram at A Day with the Millers. I should be more excited, huh?
Nah, that was cool. Seen this already?
No, I have not seen it.
You never clicked on it?
No, I have never clicked on it.
So we just going to end this blind.
Yes. We're gonna see if we can.
This is still my
If we can figure this out.
Eli.
How many riddles do you think you can be able to solve?
Shit.
All of them?
Seven mystery riddles only the smartest 5% can solve. Well, that lets me out, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, are you a fan of good old Agatha Christie novels? Or are modern works with elements of thriller more to your liking? It's time to test yourself. We're all familiar with typical IQ tests that rate your intelligence level after you've answered 40 standardized questions. But there are some other ways to find out what your inner genius can do. We found several riddles that only a few people can figure out. Do you feel brave enough to crack them? Then go ahead and test your detective skills with these riddles. After each riddle, you'll be given 15 seconds to find the answer. Here we go. Number 7, jailbreak. Jack is placed in a cell with a dirt floor and only one window positioned so high no one could reach it. The cell is empty except for a shovel. It's hot and dry there, but Jack won't get any food or drink anytime soon. He has only 2 days to break out of the jail. If not, he'll die. We know what you have immediately thought, but no, digging a tunnel is not an option as it will take more than 2 days. So, how should Jack escape the cell?
What?
What's your guess? You can pause the video to have more time to think.
I think he's gonna.
Wait, pause it. They said we can pause the video. That video.
Okay.
All right, check it out. So, what do you think first?
I think that he's gonna dig up enough dirt around him to where it causes him to pile up and high enough so he can climb out.
Alright, now I'm thinking just go to one side of the room and start to throw from each side of the room, throw the dirt to the middle where the window is, and just use the dirt to pack up enough to just go.
That's what I meant. That's the same thing that I said.
Oh, they said from one side.
No, like well, he's gonna grab dirt from each, like from his cell, and put it right here underneath the window to where it's high enough for him to climb out. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Probably gonna get this shit wrong.
You never know. But that's what I was thinking all the time. You don't even know what we're doing how to do it.
The number is red.
We ain't got much time.
Here's the answer. Well, the way out for Jack turned out to be a piece of cake. He had to use the shovel to make a pile of dirt under the window, climb on it, and escape from the cell. Seriously, who secures prisoners this way? All right, number 6.
Okay, so we got it right?
Necklace.
Yeah. Right.
Mrs. Smith went to the police claiming that her vintage necklace was missing. The woman was upset. When the police arrived, they saw no signs of a break-in. No messed up locks, no misplaced doors. Only one window was broken. There was a total mess inside the house and dirty footprints all over the floor. Surprisingly, the next day, Mrs. Smith was arrested for fraud. Why?
Insurance fraud.
Insurance fraud. Wait. Stop it. Stop the video. Okay, look.
She claimed that her necklace was stolen. Her vintage necklace was stolen, but there was no sign of break-in. Besides, she staged it.
But they say dirty feet. But they say dirty footprints on the inside though. So that means the footprints had to come from outside, and the window is broken. So, like.
But she was arrested afterwards, so that means that she staged it.
Alright.
She could have broke the window and then put the footprints on inside.
I know, but that's just so average. That's what people do. I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying?
So you really think somebody broke in?
No, I'm thinking they arrested her for something else because when they came by to do the investigation, they probably saw the necklace or she kept it out or some crazy shit or something like that. Like you see what I'm saying? I don't just see her going to jail for fraud because the scene looked A1. It's a broken window. It's dirty footprints out inside of the house. So,
if she was arrested though for fraud.
I know that, but I don't think it's because of.
For that, you think it was she stole the? You think she stole the necklace maybe from someone because it's a vintage necklace?
Yeah, I could be. I don't know. This one right here. I'm not even really sure of my answer. I'm just.
Okay, whatever y'all think, put it in the comment section. We want to know what y'all think too.
Right, because this one kind of throwing me for a loop. But for all, I'm thinking she got caught with the necklace.
I think she staged the robbery.
Okay,
that's what I think.
Are you ready there? 5 seconds left. Here's the answer. The police were sure that Mrs. Smith lied to them because the window was broken from the inside. If it had been broken from the outside, little pieces of glass would have been on the room's floor.
Yep.
Number 5.
So she staged it.
Yeah. Because of the glass.
Yeah. And because she put the footprints on there.
Alright, murder at school. Got that one.
Number 5.
At school. On the first day of the school year, a geography teacher was murdered. The police had as many as 4 suspects. They were the gardener, the math teacher, the coach, and even the school principal. Yeah, I vote for the principal. Now, the sticking point was that they all had alibis. The gardener was cutting bushes. The math teacher was holding a mid-year test. The coach was playing basketball. The principal was in the office. Despite this, the killer was arrested immediately. Can you guess who killed the geography teacher and how the police solved the mystery? You have 15 seconds to find the killer.
Can we even go back? Like I want to hear what he said.
Okay,
like everybody,
because
he said the teacher was holding a geography test, right? He said the principal.
Let's just go back. We could go back.
All right. The principal was in his office.
On the first day of the school year,
the guy was
a geography teacher was murdered. The police had as many as 4 suspects. They were the gardener, the math teacher,
it was
the
coach,
coach,
this
and
guy.
even the school principal.
The math teacher.
Yeah, I vote for the principal. Now, the sticking point was that they all had alibis. The gardener was cutting bushes.
Okay.
The math teacher was holding a mid-year test.
Okay.
The coach was playing basketball. The principal was in the office. Despite
math
this,
teacher.
the killer was arrested immediately. Can you guess who killed the geography teacher and
Yes.
how the police solved the mystery? You have 15 seconds to find the killer.
I'll tell you right now why. It's the math teacher because he was holding a mid-year, and it was the first day of school when she got killed. How he's holding a mid-year term test or whatever? If it's the big first day of school.
Yeah. I said it. All right, I'm gonna go with you.
The killer was the math teacher.
Yeah.
According to his own words, he was holding a mid-year test, but the crime happened on the first day of the school year. He needs to learn how to lie better, don't you think?
And you don't want to smile.
A lonely man. A lonely old man lived in his house in the suburbs of the city. He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long. It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked by and called out for the man. There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood. When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk. The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly? What is your idea?
Tuesday. Let me see. Run it back one more time. I'm thinking
It's either the
the
post office person, the delivery boy,
or
or
the
the
He
milkman.
led a quiet life.
I'm thinking it's the milkman.
Perhaps he was a homebody,
Because of the
as he
milk.
never left his
Right,
dwelling
because it said it
for
was
long.
cold.
It was a midsummer
So he was the
Friday
last
when
one
the
in
mailman
Friday.
walked by and called out for the
Say
man.
the milkman.
There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood.
Milkman, baby.
When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk. The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly? What is your idea?
The killer was arrested. So it's the milkman.
Yeah, I'm thinking the milkman too.
Because the mailman found him.
5 seconds remaining. Can you see the answer?
No, wait, stop.
It was obviously the mailman.
I knew
He
it.
knew that
Because he knew that the mailman, because he stopped giving the paper for a certain period of time. The milkman didn't know because the milkman kept coming by, as usual, just leaving the milk. But my fault. All right, but listen, he was just leaving the milk, but the mailman knew that he was dead because he stopped giving the paper for almost a week.
Is that on there?
Yeah, he said it was a mid-Monday, something like that.
It was
It's
midsummer.
Tuesday, right? But it's almost Friday, and he don't have no papers for between them days. He only have that paper.
Oh, that's right.
You see what I'm saying? So the milkman ain't never even walked by, even looked through.
The window until.
Right. All right, play it. Let's see.
Oh, so he killed them on Tuesday. Here's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's
Right.
milk.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't get that one,
one
so you
in
got
that
it.
house would read a newspaper on Wednesday or Thursday. That's why he came only on Friday.
Friday.
Number 3, 2 pills.
Friday.
A serial killer had a particular practice going.
Why?
He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills. One was harmless.
Wait,
The other was
Jasmine's talking and I can't hear or read. I'm listening to what she's saying.
All right, okay, give me a kiss though. Thank you.
pills.
You helped us.
Thank
do that.
you.
All right. She's so smart. Come on.
Alright.
A serial killer had a particular practice going. He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills. One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever pill a victim took, the serial killer took the other one. Then the scheme repeated itself continuously. Victims took their pills with water and died. The killer repeatedly survived. How did he always get the...
I don't know, but okay, I guess we can just let's go back and see.
2 pills.
pills? A serial killer had a particular practice going. He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills. One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever pill a victim took, the serial killer took the other one. Then the scheme repeated itself continuously. Victims took their pills with water and died. The killer repeatedly survived.
I know now.
How did he always get the harmless pill?
Because the poison was
Good
in the
luck.
water.
Your time has started.
Poison in the water.
Why would it be? He never took it with the water.
He took it with the water, but he gave them their water. I guess the pills that he was giving them were not poisonous pills. The poison is in the water.
Cause that's the only
That's
thing.
not-
He could kill them with.
Right.
That's the.
And it's only 2. All right.
Yeah.
That's the.
I bet you that's what it is. I don't know.
That's the.
And he always got the pill. So
Here's the answer.
if he gonna take
The
it,
serial killer was tricking people. The poison was in the glass of water his victims drank, not in the pill. Oh, that
pretty
stinks.
smart, babe.
So
I
unfair.
like that.
Anyway, number 2, frozen windows.
Frozen window.
Once, on a cold winter day, a tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him.
He's
He had been
lying.
knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
Because he popped up there randomly.
Hey,
Because he's the killer, that's why.
No, let's just play it back one more time. I want to hear the story one more time. Because it's like...
Stop.
Anyway, number 2, frozen windows.
We just want to replay it
Once,
back,
on a cold winter day, a tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him. He had been knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
Because Jack was dead in John's house.
A lot of us.
What?
Yes.
Oh, man,
Yes.
I'm lost. I don't know.
Watch. John killed Jack in his house. In John's
Obviously, John hasn't thought his legend through. He wouldn't be able to unfreeze the window glass because it's usually icy on the inside.
house. Oh.
And finally, number
didn't
1,
know that.
chemical substances.
Alright, well, we didn't guess that
A
one.
famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas.
No, let me go back.
A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note.
Go.
Nickel.
Go.
Nickel.
Why? Because it's his name in there?
Yeah.
I heard play it back, though.
Oh, okay.
Arrested him as the main suspect. Why? Obviously, John hasn't thought.
Alright.
Chemical substances. A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note.
It's Nicholas, the nephew. He just couldn't finish writing his name and died.
I don't know. Because I'm trying to see.
The answer is hidden in the note. This piece of paper had a clue.
The letters going
If you combine the short names of the chemical substances on the paper, you'll get a name. Nicolas. Even dying, this man remained a real chemist. Speaking of chemists, here's one for
I
you.
was right.
Johnny was a chemist's son, but Johnny is no more. For what he thought was H2O was H2SO4, which is of course sulfuric acid. Oops. Well, did you manage to solve these detective riddles?
Wrong though.
No,
Did you?
I didn't manage to solve really
Don't
any
forget
of
to hit
them.
like and share this video with your friends.
Like
We
one
get
of
at
them.
least 40,000.
Did you solve one?
So,
Oh, you did have to solve?
how many was I able to solve?
Like
I
two.
wanna
It was
do
good.
that.
You did a good job. No, we're not gonna put that in. That look kinda...
Well, anyway, if y'all want to try this out, go check out that video and y'all can do this with friends and family.
Right.
Try to
Right.
guess these riddles. The channel's name is
Oh,
Bright
no,
Side.
wait. Let's watch your
So
mom.
yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
If y'all have any videos y'all would like us to do reactions to, or what, pranks or whatever, just leave them in the comment section. Thank you. Bye.